So for today's video, I thought I would do my November wrap-up. I didn't do a TBR for November just because I don't like constricting myself that way. When I read, I just kind of go for whatever I'm feeling, and I do try to read books that I haven't read before, but I do also like kind of going with what I'm in the mood for. I don't want to read a book if I'm not in the mood for it, because that'll make me hate it. So that's why I'm not really planning on doing too many TBRs. I'll do them for readathons, but not for a general month. Anyway, so for this month, I actually only read 3 books. It wasn't very a productive reading month, but it was NaNoWriMo. I call it NaNoWriMo, but whatever. So I was doing a lot of writing as well, so that's how I am kind of justifying that, I suppose. Anyway, so the first book that I read this month was Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, and this is the 3rd one, The Ship of the Dead. So this one came out quite recently, I believe. I think it's only been out for a month or so, maybe a month and a half. And I really enjoyed it. It was just like so funny. I love the pop references that are in here. This series and like all of Rick Riordan's books are like my guilty pleasure, except I'm not guilty about enjoying them. I just love them. So I just love how like fun they are, and yeah, there are serious elements to them, but I read them literally just because they're fun to read. I loved the fact that there was a Lord of the Rings reference in here. Loved it. And because I am a English major, I also got the Beowulf reference in here. So for any of you guys that have read Beowulf, if you want to read this, if you're interested, there's a reference in here. Or if you have also noticed that reference, let me know. I don't want to like spoil it. I don't know. I guess not a lot of people have read Beowulf probably, even though you know the story, but I also don't want to spoil it because it's a major event that happens in the book. So I'm not going to say anything, but if you think you know what the reference is, let me know, because I want to know if we're on the same page here. Anyway, so I really enjoyed the book. Characters are funny. The romance, oh my god, the romance, I died. Fiyero Chase is my ship. It is my ship. Ah, they were just so cute. They're so freaking cute. Rick Riordan and his romances, he makes the most adorable little romances. I love every single thing that he does. It's beautiful. So this was just really fun, really nice, light read, with like tons of great references and tons of great characters and relationships and development, plot development, character development, everything. It's great. I loved it. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I didn't give it a 5 just because I wasn't as into it as I was the first 2, but I still really enjoyed it. So 4 out of 5. And the next book that I read was the last novel in the Witcher series, which is The Lady of the Lake by Andrzej Sapkowski. This was amazing, phenomenal, 5 out of 5 stars. I could not praise this book enough. This is literally the best fantasy series, I think. Like, okay, aside from Lord of the Rings, I am like, Lord of the Rings is my number one. It is my ride or die, as the children say. But I would say that the Witcher series is a very, very close second. Like, this series, Andrzej's writing is just so incredibly powerful and moving and just vivid. Like, I can always see the world, I can always see the characters, I can always feel what they're feeling. It's just so incredible. I love it. I know it's been translated from Polish, so I'm not sure how exactly it would read in the original language because I don't speak Polish, but the way it's been translated, it is just incredible. So freaking amazing. The characters were awesome. I could not put this book down. It was just incredible. It wasn't as gory and intense as some of the past books, which I was kind of happy about because I'm not super big into gore. But it was still really, really amazing, and just the characters and everything. It was just so compelling, and so many loose ends were wrapped up, and things happened, and I was just so, so happy with the way it worked out. And I actually found out that there's another book coming out in this series. It's not a novel, this is the last novel, but it's another collection of short stories. So it'll actually, the short stories, I guess, take place during the short stories of The Last Wish. So it's kind of, it takes place in the gap of some of those short stories, I suppose. I'm not 100% sure, that's just what I read. And that comes out in May, as they typically do, because it needs to be translated and everything. But I'm really looking forward to buying it. I just can't praise this series enough. I love it! And the last book that I read was super thin, and, well, not super thin, but it was light enough and light-hearted enough compared to the last two books. Well, Magnus Chase is pretty light-hearted. It was thinner. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just going to tell you what book I'm reading. Rebel of the Sands. Rebel of the Sands by Olwen Hamilton was the last book that I read this month. That was a very roundabout way of saying that. Anyway, it's a lighter novel. It's actually quite thin. It was very kind of lighthearted. I mean, it's all about like a rebellion starting, so it's not that lighthearted, I guess, but it was fun, and like the characters were really cool, and I've always kind of been intrigued by, you know, like Arabian Nights and Aladdin and just like the legends and mysteries of the Middle East and everything, and I just think that it's phenomenal. So reading a book like this, it was really cool to read something that used those legends and myths and aspects. I don't know how, I'm sure most of them are like actually from myths. I've never actually read Arabian Nights or anything like that. I should read them because I want to. I do have a desire to do it. So maybe that will be one of the next books I pick up at the store. But it was just really nice to read this, and it was really different, and it's a very diverse cast in here, and it was just like really cool, and there is like sadness that happens, there is love, there's happiness, rebellion. It's great. It's a great book. It has all you need and more. I'm really excited to read the next book. I think it's already out. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'm just really excited to carry on with the series. I think it'll pan out quite well. It has the ability, I suppose, to become a really good series. So we'll see. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars. I probably would have given it a 5, but it just wasn't as intense, maybe, as I was looking for. I feel like all of my fantasy books that I read are like really intense, so I don't know. Some of it was just kind of choppy, and just like events were just kind of happening. But it still was a really good book and a really good read, and I quite enjoyed it. So if you are interested in reading about rebels and magic and genies and djinn and really cool desert gunslinging action, I would do it. It's a really good book. Anyway, so that is all that I read for this month. Hopefully for next month I will have some more books to add, maybe 4 or 5. We'll have to see. The holidays are coming up, so that will be a thing. But yeah, I'm just super excited to get reading for December. I have a couple books that I already know I want to read. Like I said at the beginning, I won't be doing a TBR, but you guys get my reading vlogs throughout the month, and then at the end of the month I will let you know like for sure what I read and what I rated them and everything all together in one little bundle. So you will be seeing them. So I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow is December, so happy December. And enjoy. Bye.